Welcome back. This is Ash with another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. Last I left, we were doing, we had just finished the Pugilist quest, and we are going back to do Nothing to See here. That's with Papa Sean. So, let's get to it. I said I've never done Ul'dah before. I do know the basis of what's going on. Having seen Gridania's story and having played through... Oh, let's not go too far. Having played through to the end, but the basic starter story, I don't know. So... this ought to be interesting. Station Master Papa Sean has a simple task for a fledgling adventurer. Since you've come all this way, perhaps you can perform an errand for me. It just so happens a number of sentries have been sent to guard the area. A dispatch to the dispatch yard, as it were. They have been long away from the shade and the feather beds of the city. The hot days and cold nights can play hells on the mind and body out here. It isn't much, but go and give them these twilight pretzels, would you? I find comfort food always helps when I feel like killing myself. Goodness knows, I can understand that. Okay, Mr. Sultan Sworn. Halt! Madam, I'm gonna have to ask you to put the pretzel on the ground and place your hands above your head. State your name and business. A twilight pretzel from Papa Sean? By the gods, forgive me, you could say this new post has my nerves in a twist. I'm terribly sorry for that. Yes, well, you may be rest assured that the dispatch yard is safe so long as I stand watch. Please give Papa Sean my thanks, and tell him that I only wish I could repay the favor. One big turtle. Let's see here. Survival, Sultan Sworn. 12 save me. Scorching days, freezing nights. This post will be the end of me. A twilight pretzel? Pretzel? Don't mind if I do. Ah, now that's a refreshing God's damned pretzel. I feel reborn. So... I will say, 10 is still my favorite Final Fantasy of all times, but this has the masterful story that they've crafted, and the fact that it keeps going because of all the expansions makes it a very, very fun Final Fantasy. Western front clear. Eastern front clear. For me? From Papa Sean? A Twilight pretzel? My favorite. How did he know? Can't fight on an empty stomach now, can I? Actually, I can't fight on any stomach. I suppose you could say I have no stomach for fighting. So yeah, as I said, 10 is one of my favorites, and I do plan on Let's Playing it here eventually. Probably once I'm done with Star Ocean, I think, maybe. But this happens to be one of my favorite Final Fantasies as well. You've returned, and with a deal few pretzels, I see. Tell me, how fare our Sultan's sworn sentries? Did they have anything to report? Anything at all? What? Nothing? Are you sure? Oh dear. Take this for your troubles then. And stay a moment. There is more I would ask of you. Lightning gauge unlocked. The lightning gauge indicates the monk's current amount of grease lightning as well as the time remaining before the effect fades. Grease lightning is accumulated by executing certain weapon skills and improves attack speed and wet damage dealt. As a monk or pugilist increases in level, the amount of grease lightning that can be stored at one time will increase to a maximum of 3 units. And that's your grease lightning gauge. And each class gets a different gauge. My red mage has a different gauge, and you'll eventually see that as I do different videos with my red mage. Ashenda, I have just this moment. No, the time for concealment is past. The truth is, even before I had you deliver those pretzels, I was privy to some most unsettling news. Which was the real reason I sent you to meet those Sultan Sworn. Papa Sean is in dire need of your assistance. A young noblewoman from a very prestigious family has run away from home, and I have been ordered to see her safe return. The Sultan Swarm you met earlier are assisting with the search. Alas, it seems they have found no trace of her. I apologize for not being frank with you from the start, but we must proceed with caution. Should word of her disappearance spread, I fear others with less honorable motives may join the hunt. And should we allow her to come to any harm, not even 100 beheadings would be punishment enough. That cannot happen, Ashenda. It must not. I need you to help me find her. Praise the 12. I knew I could count on you. I have instructed the others to expand the search, but Thanelin is vast and there are only so many of us. The young noblewoman's name is Lady Lyra. I want you to go south and look for her in the vicinity of the Sultan tree. Good luck. Okay, I have no idea where I'm going, but I guess we'll find out. No, and the only reason I'm considering doing 10 is I have no RPGs that I have not done. So, unless I can find one I haven't done, I'd rather do one that I haven't. Hooded Lullafell. Oh, Sultan Tree. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests or missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active help window before answering the call of duty. They are only solos. So, these are solo battles. You will never be able to join one of these in party. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you're in a group, it'll tell you you must be solo to do these. So anytime you see that what looks like glass, it'll kick you from party.
Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line, forgive my weakness. My failings have cost us dear. Show yourself.
As you command, O Lilira. Forgive my selfish desire to assure your welfare.
I don't recall requesting an escort. Simply pretend we never met and continue on your way.
We both know I can do no such thing. It isn't safe for you here alone. It isn't safe for anyone. Not with this etheric disturbance. It's as though the dead are watching us. And I'd prefer not to join them, if it's all the same to you. Ah, you must be the one the Papashan mentioned. Congratulations on finding our elusive young charge. You'll have to forgive her impetuousness. What she lacks in discipline, she makes up for in stubbornness. You should return with us. The station master will be eager to thank Lady Lilira's protector in person. Alas, the station master will have to wait. Dear Lilira, for my sake, please stay out of harm's way. As for you, dear friend, for Lilira's sake, please stay in harm's way.
Oh, I gotta lock my bar. Okay. I will leave the big one to you. So, you notice that I am doing things in a certain order. If you watch the boxes, there are certain combos. Duty complete.
Whew.
What's this?
Hear, feel, think. Crystal bearer. I am Heidelin, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Shine thy light on all creation.
Ah, coming around now.
Would you mind telling me what that was?
If I only knew. A denizen of the void at any rate.
The void sent? Here? But how?
The question isn't how, but who. We're not dealing with bookless bandits. Don't suppose the answer came to you in a dream? No sooner did you fell the beast than you fell asleep. Too much ether, no doubt. Interesting. I hadn't considered the crystal. But of course, this changes everything. Oh, just thinking aloud? At any rate, we haven't a moment to spare. I must return and report this at once. I leave Lady Lilira in your capable hands.
How dare you pass me about like a swaddled babe? I shall return and tell them myself.
As you wish, your impetuousness. I suspect we shall meet again before long. Until then, do try and stay awake.
Brat. Who's the bigger brat? Him or her? Well, at least we can go tell Papa Sean that she's okay. She ran off, just like she did when she disappeared. But she's okay. Can't. Oh, she went right back. Thank the gods you returned. You had us all so worried. You do realize what would happen if a person of your noble stature were to be injured or worse? Why, her Grace the Sultana would be beside herself with grief. And so would her subjects. I dare say they'd be weeping in the streets. But I already given you cause to weep, Papa Sean. You and the people of Ulda. Please, you're not to say such things. We will find it, I swear to you. It's not in my place to make demands, my lady, but I beg of you, please stay out of harm's way. I apologize for causing you undue worry, Papa Sean. I shall refrain from traveling unescorted in the future. I cannot thank you enough, Ashenda. I understand you fought bravely to protect Lady Lilira from void-sent fiends. For your gallant service you deserve all the riches from the royal vaults. Alas, a small token of gratitude is all the best I can offer. A sarcastic man with a strange contraption strapped to his shoulder? I see you've met Thancred. He's a scholar who spends his days investigating oddities in the aether. Rather too found the sound of his own voice for my liking, but perfectly harmless. As for you, Ashenda, you're just the sort of adventurer we need around here. I pray you show the same kindness to the people of Thanalin as you did to us today. Okay, step 9. It says it should be right here. Oh, no. There it is. Cicada needs a reliable adventuress to deliver a gift to the coffer and coffin. You're an adventurer, yes? If you're not otherwise occupied, I have a favor to ask. I've resolved to repay a debt of gratitude, which I owe to the owner of Coffer and Coffin. For this purpose, I have purchased from the royal plantations a prodigiously plump pumpkin, a particularly popular piece of produce. Alas, I cannot part this place to procure and proffer a pumpkin. You see, the scheduled shipment from the Nava mines, for which I wait, is late. I would prevail upon you to pick up the pumpkin in my stead, and see it safely to the coffer and coffin. Present this receipt of purchase to Gargery at the royal plantations, and she will yield it to you. I apologize for asking you to attend this time-consuming task, but I truly appreciate your assistance. Oh yes, just so far away. If Sequoia doesn't come calling soon, this spectacular specimen shall sadly be past its prime. Oh, so you're the deliverer of the decadent delight. I can say with confidence that any gourmand would be grateful for such a grand gift. Here's a pumpkin. I hope it meets with Roger's approval. Fresh produce is somewhat scarce in these parts, and as such we're always deluged with demand. You know the way to Coffer and Coffin, correct? It is beyond the bridge to the northwest. Look for a place where the local laborers lounge. Or you just follow the little green arrow. At least it's not timed, so we can take our sweet time. Hey, if I see something on the hunting log, I'm gonna kill it. It's quick experience and... There we go. Every little bit helps because it keeps us from having to wait from starting the next quest, in which we have to grind for it anyways. These things on the map are fates. The coffer and coffin. If Fighter was on, I'd say we do a couple, but he's not on, so am I above it? I am above it. Dang it. Drink for ye, lassie. You won't get a better ale or spirits for ye coin than me place. Alrighty. Hand over. What's that? Lisa Koya asked me to bring this here to me? Heh. So even that foul-mouthed drunk knows the meaning of remorse. Reckon this is for the time I carried his drink-sodden arse back home. But hell's an honest-to-God pumpkin from the royal plantations. I can't wait to see what the cooks'll do with her. The lads here scoff down beastly amounts of meat, and it's starting to tell on their health. It'll be good to get more vegetables in their bellies, assuming I can get their stubborn bastards to try something new. Thanks for the help, lassie. Marmot steak. Skill, speed, vitality, and direct hit rate. Nice. You know, lassie, if you're just gonna stand around with your thumb up your arse, I can give you something to do. Thanks to me unbelievably low prices, we've no shortage of customers here at the Coffer and Coffin. But by the same token, I can't afford to hire much help. We're chronically understaffed. What's more, those lazy arse types what refuse to come in order at the counter, it'd be a great help if you could attend these customers for me. Mark their orders on these here slips and then bring them here. Oh, and don't forget about old Alphonse outside. Thaw's balls, I'm spent. Grilled dodo and a tankard of ale to wash it down. Gah, here I am again, spending what meager coin I've got at the coffin. Ain't me fault, I tell ye. You do the same if your wife served up sheet every bleeding day. Yeah, I know how the fate system works. But since we're in a fate, I might as well do it. And there's someone here, so... These are what fates are like. This, of course, is going to be a simple one because it's a low level, but, and there's the main boss. Goodbye. Fate rewards. Okay. Now I can go back and start talking to everybody again. Rickard. God, I'm starving. Bring me ale, grilled dodo, and smoked stew loaf. And make it quick. Business is good. Too good, even. I nary got the time to take a piss, let alone eat. The mere thought of the coffin's cooking makes my mouth water. The strongest brandy wine you got. I need to help forget. Roger's new errand girl, are you? Well, I'll keep it simple for your sake. A tankard of your finest ale chilled with an ice shard. There's nothing like a tall drink to help one forget about the trifling things in life. Like work. That's all the orders then? Anyway, you did good. By way of thanks, I'm going to tell you something that ought to prove to your profit. Sorry, I forgot to read that one. Roger has an exciting proposition for adventurers looking for work. Ooh, I actually get equipment out of this one. Yay! Word is, Blackbrush Station's sorely undermanned. The stone torches there can't get a moment's peace. It doesn't help that none of the antlings have been multiplying like it's nobody's business. For every critter warned and it's put crew down, 2 more of the buggers spawn in its place. I was thinking mayhap you can make yourself useful at the station by culling some antlings. I don't doubt Warren would appreciate the help. And if you win his trust, he's like to have more work for you. Mind you, you'll need to show the man proof of your deeds. 5 or more antling mandibles ought to do the talking for you. It's not quite as bad as WoW, where you can kill a million things and never get the pieces you need. Now see, if you look at the thing above their heads, the one that looks like a little meteor, that tells you it's a story quest mob. When it disappears, you can see that they had enough. Warren. What? You say you put down some antlings? You are scarce the first to come here and make that claim, hoping to earn a quick coin. Unless you have proof of this feat, you'll not see a single gill from me. Antling mandible. Thal's balls. Are those antling mandibles? Then it's true. You really culled the beasts. I apologize for doubting your words. With Ulda nearby, you'd think we were out of harm's way. Truth is, the antlings have been more active than ever. We can never have too many able-bodied adventurers to help preserve the peace in the area. If you would lend us your aid, I would gladly assign you a task. Gods know we have no shortage of them here. Okay, so we're gonna take the wristbands because that's got strength and dex. The wristlets are for spellcasters, so we're going to take the leather wristbands. Roll actions. Roll actions are spells and weapon skills that are assigned to all classes within a role. Tank, melee DPS, ranged DPS, and healer, rather than a specific class. Roll actions are learned in the same manner as a class action via leveling, but only need to be learned once to be able to use them with all participating classes within a role. The role has been added to your action list found under the character in the main menu. Selecting it will display the role actions you have learned. A number of role actions that can be assigned to your current class from 1 to a maximum of 10 is determined by the level of that class. To assign a role action to a class, simply check the box next to the action's name. The boxes that cannot be unchecked if that is currently on cooldown. The role actions that you currently have selected will appear at the bottom of the action list. The icons of those actions can then be dragged and dropped onto your hotbars. So, what they are saying is, you come here to character, actions and traits, roll. Okay, we only have one available, which is going to be Second Wind, which instantly restores own hit points. Cure potency varies with current attack power. So right now we're going to grab Second Wind, and I'm going to put that right here, because that will come in too much handy. We're going to move that right there. Now, if you look here where it says C1, it's Control 1. You can change that. I happen to like the C1, the Control 1, but you can change that to whatever you like. Okay, I think it's been close to 30 minutes. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. We've had a good run of it. I will see you next time, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if you like this video, please like and share it. And if you like my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.